now we're going to begin the actual demonstration process of what we're going to do with the weaving technique. And I'm going to take the liberty to explain what it is I've done up to this point. What I've done with my model is I've pre-braided her in a circular motion. Then, as though my client's hair was very, very fine, I added some braiding hair in to kind of give me that extra support that I needed. It is very important that when doing any kind of weaving technique, that you always want to keep in mind to keep the integrity of the hair intact. That's very, very important. That should be the very first priority. To begin my process, I am actually going to start with our nape piece. And what makes this nape piece so very important and so unique is that sometimes when you're weaving, you don't really know where to start, how low or how high, to get that overall length consistent throughout your actual style and technique. So what we've done is we've created a piece that gives you the ability to kind of predetermine the length before you start. And by doing so, you actually take the weft, adjust it to where you want it, and begin sewing. You go from ear to ear, just as you normally would with any other weft piece. And then you kind of want to lift the back, and you just want to tack it. You want to make sure that it's anchored and secured properly. Always remember, when you start a new weft, always anchor that each end very, very securely. I get asked the question a lot, does it matter when you're doing your sew-ins if you go over or underneath the actual cornrow? It really doesn't matter. It's all in preference. Okay, now that I've actually gotten over to the other side, I'm going to tack it and take off what I don't need. Once I cut the thread, you always want to go in and knot it. And cut the excess off. Always leave just a little thread there. When your client removes the actual weave, you can remove the knot and then the hair just releases itself. The next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take the weft of hair and I'm going to proceed with the regular weaving technique. I will do this by going from ear to ear until we get just about up here to the crown area. I'm going to predetermine where I want to start sewing, and you always want to make sure that your next track don't overlap the nape area. Now that I'm getting to the end, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to make sure I knot it to anchor and secure the track. I've pre-cut another piece of weft, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sew this directly on top of the cornrow of the last weft sewn. I'm doing this to create and build volume. Now what I'm going to do is actually begin sewing the wefts in my circular pattern. Notice as I'm moving around my client's head, I'm not using that much tension. Too much tension will cause the track to buckle, and you don't want that. You want it flat as possible. Double weft. You can actually take a straight razor and actually split the track. Sometimes you would have to do that depending upon the style of which you're trying to create. Now I'm knitting where I began, my starting point. I'm going to join these two, double knot, anchor, and secure. As you can see, the texture is very, very soft. to it. It's not too silky. Sometimes you can see the hair that's very, very silky and straight, it makes it hard to blend. It also has a very, very natural, relaxed look to it. I'm going to take my weft and I'm going to do the exact same thing I just did to build and create volume. As you can see, our First Lady style is already beginning to take shape. No cutting, no curling. I'm just going to continue and proceed our circular motion until we're completely done. The free form of the hair allows us to have great texture, volume, and body. Because the hair is free flowing, you can actually take your fingers and play with the hair to kind of direct it in the direction in which you want it to go. This will be our original First Lady style. I will actually do no cutting, no ironing, anything after I actually finish sewing in the hair. As you can see, this is our finishing piece, our closure piece. Sometimes stylists like to create their own closure, but we've literally taken all of the work out of it for you, as you can see. It's about 1/4 in size. And what I'm going to do is actually find the place in which I want it, position it, make sure it's blended and it looks natural. And then what you do is actually lift the hair. And you're going to actually attach the two wefts. So to do that, you have to sew up underneath. Before I actually snip my thread to do my double knot and tie, adjust the hair, make sure the closure is flat and it looks natural. And we're all done. One pack is all you need, start to finish. Our nape piece, our starting piece, our closure piece, our finishing piece. No cutting, no curling. Simply just running my fingers through the hair to kind of get the consistent flow in which that I want to create and introduce to you our supernatural First Lady original.